Staten Island often gets an unfair reputation as the forgotten borough of New York City. While yes, it is mostly a residential borough, Staten Island is packed with New York City history. And, often, some of the best views of New York City can be seen right from Staten Island. It also boasts more than 9,300 acres of parkland, giving it the nickname of the greenest borough. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Staten Island so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Staten Island Ferry. You may have seen the orange-colored three-tiered vessel in pictures of New York City's iconic Statue of Liberty. The residents of Staten Island rely on this free commuter ride to get to work daily, but the ferry also offers visitors looking for a free ride the chance to see the sights of New York's harbor and the world-famous skyline. In addition to Lady Liberty, you can see Governor's Island to the east and Ellis Island to the west. Make sure you get up to the top deck for the best views. At number 9 is the Staten Island Zoo. Staten Island Zoo lives up to its biggest little zoo nickname with its renowned serpentarium, which houses an extensive collection of reptiles, in particular the largest collection of rattlesnakes, in a 16,000 square foot facility. The zoo showcases more than 800 species in an 8-acre space. It's especially known for its weatherman, Chuck the Groundhog, who has been accurate 85% of the time with his predictions. At number 8, Snug Harbor Cultural Center and Botanical Garden. The Smithsonian-affiliated Snug Harbor Cultural Center and Botanical Garden is a cultural and natural oasis not too far from the St. George Ferry Terminal, situated on the north shore of the island. Spread across an 83-acre campus, former retirement buildings for sailors are now part of a regional cultural center featuring a number of highlights, including the 19th century Greek Revival buildings on Temple Row, Staten Island Children's Museum, Newhouse Center for Contemporary Art, Botanical Garden, and the Staten Island Museum. At number 7, Fort Wadsworth. Nestled at the foot of the Verrazano Narrows Bridge overlooking New York Bay is one of the longest-running military forts in the nation. After it closed in 1994, the former base that guarded New York City for over 200 years was turned into a 226-acre public park managed by the National Park Service as part of the Gateway National Recreational Area. Fort Wadsworth attracts visitors for its historical significance and picturesque vistas of Manhattan and Brooklyn. Take a guided tour to explore the Battery Weed Fortification and Fort Tompkins, both historic structures built in the 19th century. At number 6 in our list, Staten Island September 11th Memorial. Soaring up from the waterfront facing New York Harbor, Postcards is a 2004 sculpture in Staten Island dedicated to commemorating the victims of the September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center. The memorial honors the more than 260 residents of Staten Island who were killed during the attacks on September 11th, as well as the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. Next to the memorial is a second memorial that honors the first responders. At number 5, Chinese Scholars Garden. Among the popular attractions at Snug Harbor, and a true New York City hidden gem, is the Chinese Scholars Garden, where you can find your zen on a leisurely walk along the several peaceful gardens, zigzagging paths, and koi-filled ponds. Based on the 15th century Ming Dynasty garden designs, the garden is among one of 2 authentic outdoor Chinese gardens built in the country. The original structures and their stunning roofs, tiles, columns, and beams were created in Suzhou, China, and completed on Staten Island. At number 4, Staten Island Museum. Housed in the former dormitory for retired seamen on the grounds of the Snug Harbor Cultural Center, the Staten Island Museum is the only remaining general interest museum in the entire city. Founded in 1881, The museum focuses on the arts, natural sciences, and the region's history for kids of all ages. The museum has general exhibits like Cabinet of Curiosities and Remember the Mastodon. The latter displays the ancient relatives of elephants that walked the island and other New York City boroughs millions of years ago. At number 3 in our list, New York Harbor. We would be remiss to talk about Staten Island and not mention New York Harbor. It is one of the most important and easily recognizable harbors in the world, and was what those coming to America from Europe first saw when their ships made it to New York City. This historic harbor has 23 national parks and nationally recognized historic sites surrounding it. These include Ellis Island, the Statue of Liberty, Alexander Hamilton's family home, Theodore Roosevelt's childhood home, the Stonewall National Monument, and many more. At number 2, Franklin D. Roosevelt Boardwalk. Stretching for 2.5 miles between Fort Wadsworth and Miller Field's Gateway Recreational Area, the Franklin D. Roosevelt Boardwalk and Beach is a popular summer hangout, though it's open year-round. Summer tends to be the busiest here thanks to the two lovely beaches, South Beach and Midland Beach. Locals love the beaches here because they offer sweeping views of the New York City skyline. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Staten Island Boat Graveyard. The Staten Island Boat Graveyard is not an official attraction and there are no trespassing signs all over, but history buffs and photographers looking for some Instagram-worthy shots of rusting historic boats floating in the water will have a grand time at this abandoned property, of course, while keeping your distance. Keen observers, and those with long camera lenses, can spot osprey and eagle nests atop masts. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Staten Island? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.